From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update.
Hi, this is Hannah Mordo, and this is your News 8 Daily for Thursday, May 2nd. Get ready for some heat. We're in the 60s to start out. Could get up to the 80s. Could even break record temps for this time of the year. Our Storm Track 8 team says it's feeling a whole lot more like summer than the month of May. Breaking news in California, UCLA has issued a safety alert as police remove barricades of the protest encampment. On campus this morning, we have seen several people in zip tie, handcuffs being walked out of the area. CNN is reporting flashbangs have gone off as they remove people from the encampment. This is all after police warned pro-Palestinian protesters that if they didn't leave, they would be arrested. LAPD came in initially. They got booted out themselves by protesters, so the State Highway Patrol had to take action. They're the ones removing people now. Now, this is happening one day after pro-Israel demonstrators attacked the pro-Palestinian encampment. There was fighting among those demonstrators for several hours before police stepped in. The response from police has sparked criticism from political leaders, advocacy groups, and students around the country.
Campus safety left within minutes. External security the university hired for backup watched, filmed, and laughed on the side as the immediate danger inflicted upon us escalated. Law enforcement simply stood at the edge of the lawn and refused to budge as we screamed for their help.
Meanwhile, in Washington, the House has passed a bill that would establish a broader definition of anti-Semitism for the Department of Education. Critics say it could be used to stifle free speech on college campuses and at other schools. It is not clear whether the Senate will take up the bill. State police are asking for help this morning as they look to solve what may be a deadly road rage shooting. It happened just after 1 yesterday afternoon on I-65 just south of Southport Road. Officers say calls came in both about the case of road rage and a car in a pond. They now believe the two may be connected, that someone fired at the man as he drove down the interstate, leading him to crash. The man died at the scene. The rescuers searched the pond to make sure no one else had been in the car. This morning, in our 9 a.m. hour, state police leaders join us to talk about the latest of this case and the increase of road rage shootings in our community. You can find that interview on wishtv.com. Investigators now say 26-year-old Joshua Richard is the man who was killed in yesterday's police shooting in Beech Grove that left an officer with a knife wound to the face. State police say Richard lived in Noblesville. Troopers tell us that he was at the Willow Glen South apartments early Wednesday morning when Beech Grove police were called in for a child custody dispute. That's off of South 9th Avenue and East Thompson Road. Police say 3 Beech Grove officers tried to use de-escalation techniques, but Richard confronted them with a knife and slashed the face of Lieutenant Jeff Bruner. Then police say one of the 3 officers shot Richard. He later died. Police say Officer Bruner is expected to be okay.
Water on your neck, okay? Okay, there you go. Hey, load it up. Nice to see you.
That's the moment Hamilton County deputies pulled a woman out of her flipped car that was stuck in water. Body camera footage shows the heroic save. You can hear it, too. The sheriff's office posted this video on social media today. They say the rescue happened Tuesday near 296th Street and Carpenter Road. Deputies say teamwork with several other agencies helped them break a window and get to that woman inside. She was taken to a hospital. The Post says without measures taken by first responders, the outcome could have been much worse. For my teammate, the judge in the Delphi murders trial finds the defense team was sloppy and negligent, but it is not in contempt of court. Judge Francis Gohl and the Carroll County prosecutors accused Richard Allen's attorneys of gross negligence after an evidence leak last year. In the judge's new ruling, she says that the state has not proven the conduct was willful and intentional. That means Allen's attorneys can continue to represent him. Allen is accused of murdering Abby Williams and Libby German in 2017. Trial is set to start on May 13th. A bid to bring Major League Soccer to Indianapolis is one small step closer to reality. The Metropolitan Development Commission has approved a plan for a special tax district for a stadium site downtown. It's a different spot than the Indy 11 project that already broke ground. News 8's Hernan Gutierrez has the timeline for making a decision on which way to go.
And the city really only has a little under 2 months left to make a decision. It has until June 30th to submit its plans to the state for a professional sports development area. Yesterday, the Metropolitan Development Commission voted 7-1 to approve a new PSDA. That's that site near the Indianapolis heliport along Pearl Street. This is just the first step in a long process. The City County Council still needs to approve of the district. At the meeting, dozens of supporters of the Indy 11 filled the room wearing shirts that read "Build 11 Park." That's the stadium already in the works off Kentucky Avenue. The president of the Indy 11 supporters group, the Brickyard Battalion, told News 8's Danielle Zulkowski that the team and its fans have been left out of the conversation.
This has been a dream of the thousands of Brickyard Battalion members that we have. Including the season ticket holders, would fill about a third of a 20,000 seat stadium. We're frustrated because we just don't know what's going on.
Yesterday, we did not hear from anyone who supported the new soccer stadium proposal, but last week, Mayor Joe Hogsett spoke to us on Daybreak following his announcement about the city's potential bid for an MLS team. He told us the city can only move forward with one development.
We're trying to give as many opportunities to MLS as we can possibly give them. I think that increases our ability to bring Major League Soccer to Indianapolis.
Back in December, the City County Council approved the city's original PSDA for 11 Park. The next City County Council meeting is set for Monday, May 15th. There's no agenda yet for that one posted online. Reporting in the newsroom, I'm Hernan Gutierrez for Wish TV, wishtv.com, or follow us on Facebook for updates.
Pacers watch. Tonight, the team can close out a first-round playoff series at home. Indiana goes into the series with a 3-2 lead over Milwaukee. They fell to the Bucks Tuesday night, 115-92. That was without the Bucks' two star players, Giannis Antetokounmpo and Damian Lillard, who, as of 5 this morning, are listed on the injury report as doubtful to play tonight. Still, the Pacers say they need to be ready for anything.
I think we're going to see some different looks over the course of this. Like you said, it's like the 10th time we've played them. Obviously they got two of their main guys not playing right now. Who knows what their status will be, in the next game. But we just got to be prepared for whatever. I think the focus is more on us and being who we are.
Pacers take on the Bucks in Game 6 tonight at Gainbridge Fieldhouse at 6:30. The Indiana Fever tip off their first preseason game tomorrow. Team spent yesterday talking to the media. Caitlin Clark joins a team loaded with young talent, including last year's Rookie of the Year, Aaliyah Boston, and Kelsey Mitchell. Clark is making headlines, but says she's focused on developing relationships.
Got to go out of your way to build relationships with your teammates and get to know them and get to know what makes them click. So I think that's definitely been a big priority, not only for myself, but our coaching staff, every girl on our team. So, you don't have very long to do it.
Fever tip off against the Dallas Wings in Texas tomorrow at 8. Indiana's first regular season home game is against the New York Liberty in 2 weeks on May 16th. The 500 Festival is underway with Wednesday's kickoff on Monument Circle. The event included giveaways and festival cars on display. Festival princesses were there, too.
And the fun thing about this is we all were complete strangers at first, but now we all know each other. We come from so many different colleges, so many different majors and backgrounds, so it's really exciting that this one opportunity brings such a great group of young women together.
The mini marathon is the next big event as tens of thousands of people run through the streets of downtown out to the track and back. Now, today, the 500 Festival Mini Marathon Expo is underway. Organizers say they expect more than 30,000 people to be there. The expo will have more than 60 interactive exhibits and activities. People doing the mini marathon we talked about and the 5K this weekend, well, they can go pick up their race day supplies at today's event. It all kicks off at the Indiana Convention Center starting at 4 o'clock. Indiana Fever Hall of Famer Tamika Catchings will be the 500 Festival Parade Grand Marshal. Catchings says it's an honor to be selected, and she's happy to showcase her achievements. The parade is on Saturday, May 25th, one day before the 500. Jane King is at the NASDAQ in New York with today's business headlines.
This Bank of America survey finds a majority of small and mid-sized business owners anticipate revenue growth this year. Now, while business owners remain mindful of inflation and interest rates, both concerns have lessened since the spring of last year. And despite some lingering worries about the broader economy, business owners plan to expand their businesses in the year ahead. Well, a small but growing number of companies are offering 401k plans that promise employees a degree of predictability. So basically, they would get retirement checks, like monthly, that they could count on for life. Now, the goal is to turn a portion of retirement savings into these fixed monthly payments. BlackRock is one of the companies experimenting with this new system, which executives believe can help ease the retirement crisis. Well, AI is now becoming a victim of cyber hacks. Wallarm, the leading end-to-end API and app security company, says as more AI products and tools rely on APIs, they're becoming increasingly vulnerable to potentially critical security risks. And Wallarm says the speed at which AI is being deployed far outpaces the readiness of current security measures. Well, if you secretly dream of being a race car driver, you'll soon be able to sign up for a chance to book a one-night stay at the Ferrari Museum in Italy through Airbnb. And if you manage to get a spot, you'll have the museum to yourself. You'll sleep on a bed made from the same leather used to craft Ferrari seats. If you're not a sports fan but you like Marvel Comics, you could train at the Danger Room at the 2D animated recreation of the X-Mansion in Westchester, New York. These are just some of the new experiences that Airbnb has started offering. Well, the Dow yesterday was over 500 points and plunged after the Fed hints the next move is a rate cut, but really didn't indicate when that may happen. We are looking positive, though, this morning. Live from the NASDAQ market site, I'm Jane King.
This has been your News 8 Daily from Wish TV. I'm Hannah Mordeau. Watch us on wishtv.com and follow us on Facebook for updates.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update on demand. For even more, on demand and on the go, connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening, and be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.